So this video is all about refocus. So you'll notice I love like alliteration and R's. So we had our roots, we had our rebrand, and now we're in the refocus stage of our journey. If you look on a timeline linearly, again, we started 2011, the program launched in 2013. We really took steps to rebranding in 2017, and this refocus happened in almost a 2 to 3 year span. As a leader of Imani Collective and the founder of Imani Collective, I didn't necessarily know that's what was happening, but as I reflect and I look, that's exactly the conversations we were having as leadership and as artisans of where are we refocusing in and where do we want to be leaders in this space in. And so we went through a several accelerators that really helped us think outside of the box. One, we went through an IKEA social entrepreneurship accelerator. We worked with IKEA mentors. We understood the process of export. We understood our local resources a little bit better, and we understood how to think more like a business and strategically. We also were invited and accepted into the Stanford Seed Transformation Program. And that was in January of 2020. And that was really pivotal for us because we were their first nonprofit that they ever accepted into this program. There were 60 businesses in East Africa that they picked, and Imani Collective being one of them. And so I'm honored that they took that chance on us, because what that did is that allowed us to break down who we were as Imani Collective. We honed into our mission of what we were doing for our communities and how we were creating product as well. We got to look strategically of where we were now and where we wanted to go. And what we realized is we had these very unique kind of financial revenue streams coming in, right? From on a nonprofit, because we still ran as a nonprofit at this time, we had donations coming in to support our holistic programs. But we also had this sales channel that was consistently growing because we were focusing on building that. And our sales channel really at that time was focused in the LLC. So the LLC, which was not built in that time, but was focused in on the US. So we were selling really in US markets, right, at that time. And in this refocus, what I didn't even realize is the opportunity that we had in Kenya. We are becoming one of the leading ethical impact brands in East Africa. And I don't say that lightly because I know in a couple years we will be that. And so our sales continue to grow here. And the way our model was working then was we were just donating and then we were retrieving products from those donations, basically. And I knew that there was a lot of red tape that was starting to come to this because we were growing. And if you look at even our revenue streams as it grew, in 2020, we brought in over $360,000 of sales. 2021, $660,000 of sales, and we're looking at being $1 million company in the next couple years, right? So what does all of that mean? That's where we started to ask, why are we a nonprofit, and what's the essential for us to be a nonprofit, and why don't we be more creative with how donations are coming in and be really strategic and become this hybrid model. So in 2021, we hired on a financial advisor, and this is really important. Ryan works with us today, and he is the founder of Feast Over Famine. So if you are watching this and you need someone who can advise you through some strategic planning, he's an amazing individual. So what I knew that we needed is some capital that wasn't from donations, but that was actually from some impact investors to hone into more of our marketing strategy and where we were going as a company. And so he helped us develop our projections and our pro formas. Before then, we had no financial strategy really. We were just bringing in donations, making sure our impact happened. But what we wanted to refocus in and take steps towards was being sustainable by product revenue alone. And again, if you've been part of our journey, I've been sharing this story since 2017. When we rebranded, the whole point of rebranding was to create a product that was competitive in the market so that we could sustain our impact through the sales of the product and not just donations. Now, the beauty of refocusing and realizing the power of a hybrid model is now we can also get back to our roots. And what I mean by that is that our product that is coming in and being purchased is supporting the dignified work and the salary paid positions that are happening within our business. And the donations that are coming through are actually supporting us being grounded in a training program. So we get to go back to where we started and develop a very intentional training program that is a year training program. And once those artisans go through that training program, they can then be hired into Imani Collective and have a job placement that is secure and consistent and dignified work. And so this beautiful model works together. And I'm just excited for us to not only continue to refocus in that, we still have a couple more years until that becomes a fully sustainable hybrid model. The goal and the projections are looking to 2026. We will be a fully sustainable hybrid model. And in the meantime, the donations are helping support those holistic programs that we have in place. But next video, I want to talk about this realign and this realignment of Imani Collective. And what I mean by that is I want to walk you through our sustainability pillars, because we not only care about our impact and not only take a lot of effort in planning our product and as a customer what you get to receive, but we do it with very intentional efforts and with a little bit of some seriousness around that and how we're planning out our pillars. And we want to be leaders in that. So I want to welcome you into that journey of getting to know those details a bit more.